Okay guys, welcome back for another video from the Irish Photography Podcast. Luckily enough I managed to break my way into Whelan's camera shop today in Limerick, and I got to meet the lovely Gareth Conroy. Conroy, gee, you just told me. Sorry,
boom.
sorry. So we have the lovely new Canon EOS R. Feels absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's good, the build quality is there, the grip is nice, you know, the feel of the camera, it's lost none of its kind of Canon-ness, if you like. It's a really nicely built camera. Again, full frame mirrorless, so it's our first kind of venture into full frame.
Exciting times, I think.
Yeah, it is, especially this system as well, because it's all new. You know, you're looking at the EOS system, which was 30 years ago. We're now onto the RF system, which is, you know, potentially the next 30 years.
Okay.
And Canon are going to go run with this. You know, we've got 4 lenses out at the moment. We've got the 24-105, we've got the 28-70,
f2. I'm in love with that.
Exactly, we've got the 50mm 1.2, and we've a 35mm lens as well.
Awesome.
So I mean, that's just the start of it at the moment. So the next generation, I'm sure, I've seen a nice slide with the 4 lenses, and in the background was kind of darkened out what's to come kind of lenses. Right, so again, this is only the start. You know, remember, this is our first
mirrorless camera.
Full frame mirrorless.
Oh yeah, okay.
Our first venture into full frame mirrorless.
The sensor, is that the same sensor as the 5D4?
So
or
it's based on the same. It's based on the same sensor as the 5D Mark IV, but it is a new sensor. Okay. But it is based on it. So it's 30 megapixel, very similar, but it is a new sensor. And again, then remember, this camera is working off a Digigate processor. Okay. So there's a couple of changes with it as well with the RF system. In terms of the lens mount and the distance between the lens and the sensor, we've got a 20mm flange. Okay. So we've got a 12-pin connection. This is again something that has changed from the EOS system. So if we look at this one here, we've got 12-pin connection, whereas the old EOS was
it 9?
8. Close. So it was an 8-pin system. So again, the transfer of data, the transfer of information from the lens to the sensor.
So that's going to be faster?
It's going to be faster. We've got a 12-pin connection. We've got the distances shorter. So all in all, it's quite good for transfer and getting the images out, getting the quality there. Yeah. Plus the lenses. I mean, if you hold a 50mm lens in your hand,
it's substantial.
Exactly.
The build quality is second to none.
Exactly.
It feels so nice in the hand, and then this whole new special ring.
So we've got a lot of customizability with this camera. Also, we're not alienating our older customers or our previous Canon customers, because we've got options for adapters with the same functionality that the lens will offer as well. So for example, we have this at the top, we have a control ring at the top. Yeah. So you can set that to change your ISO or change your aperture or whatever it is you want. So I think there's roughly between 30 and 40 customizable features on the camera.
That's very cool. Yeah. I like that.
So that is good. So what you can do here is you can set the control ring, if we look at it there, and you can change that. If we have this on here, you'll see that the ISO is changing. We can also then have a slide bar in the back. We can customize that to white balance, or we can.
So is that like the Apple Touch Bar in a sense?
Yeah. So what you can do is you can set it to different settings. You can have now again. Some people like to have the little jog wheel, the joypad at the back. So that's gone on this one. But what we have now is the slide bar. So it is very similar to that. It's quite touch sensitive. You can set it up. You can have it doing different things. It doesn't have to be ISO. It could be white balance. It could be exposure compensation. Also then what we have is for the customers who are already invested in Canon, we have 3 different adapters. Right. We've got our standard adapter, which sits on the front of the camera. We can stick on our EF or EFS lenses. Okay. We also have this adapter here, which has got the control ring. So basically, if I put on
same thing as the front.
Exactly. So if I put on a one of my previous, if I had a 24-70 L lens, EF lens, I can stick it on this camera with this adapter, and I get that functionality.
And every lens is going to be as good as
so there's going to be no change by using the adapter. We've seen it on some cameras where we would have say our APS-C mirrorless range. Okay. We have an adapter with that. If we put on an EF lens onto that, we'll get a crop factor. Okay, I getcha. We don't get it in this camera. If you use an EFS lens, there will be a crop because it's an APS-C. So in terms of using another L lens, a previous generation EF lens, we use it with the adapter. The functionality is exactly the same. So we're not losing anything. We're not losing any ability. Yeah. So you know, anybody who has previous kit, who's invested a lot of money in Canon lenses, you're not going to feel hard done by. Yeah. You know, you're not saying, oh, it's a new system, it is nothing there to offer you, but it does. You can take your old kit, put it onto this, and it'll work seamlessly. Okay.
That's music to my ears.
Well, there you go. So that was it. We were thinking of you specifically.
I knew it.
Yeah. So there's that, and then there's the third adapter, which has the ND filters.
Okay.
So you can drop in ND filters into it. So again, the adapter will sit at the close enough to the sensor. Drop in the filters, and again you get that functionality with it. So there's a couple of options there for everybody. Like I said, these are the first 4 lenses in the range. There's definitely more to come. The RF system is here to stay.
I can't wait. I want one, you know, but my bank manager, i.e. wife, has tight rating at the moment.
We can make good products.
Yeah.
They make good quality products. Okay.
Yeah.
They build them to last. Anybody who has a Canon,
like I have a Canon 5D Mark III. I have it for maybe 4 or 5 years, and it's a beast of a camera, and still to this day,
hasn't let you down.
You don't know the difference between a picture that I take at a wedding with a Sony A7R Mark II or my Canon 5D Mark III.
Okay.
They're both fantastic.
Yeah.
You can't tell the difference between which camera is which. Like,
yeah.
do you know, because even though the Canon's made far before the Sony, and it's still going strong.
Yeah, the
it's
quality is
substantial.
We do, in fairness, we build good quality kit. We build kit to last.
Yeah.
It may not always be the cheapest kit. I mean, we know that, but we know the lenses are top quality. We know the build quality. Again, this one here, in terms of weatherproofing, weather sealing, it's equivalent to the 5D Mark III. So drip and dust proof. Yeah. But again, there has to be compromise because we've got now the varied angle screen.
Flippy outy screen.
The flippy outy screen. So whereas on other models we had we've had a fixed screen. So therefore you can weatherproof them more, you can seal them more.
I love this whole idea because I came from a Canon 60D when I was an amateur. Yeah. And then I got a Canon 5D Mark III. So that's one thing where I was like, I'm kind of gutted it's not there.
Yeah. So this was one of the questions. So again, we've got to remember where this camera sits. Okay. It's sitting somewhere between the 6D Mark II and the 5D Mark IV. Okay, so it's a prosumer camera. Yeah. We have to stress. You have to say that.
You have to market yourself properly.
Call a spade a spade. Yeah. Okay, so that's where it's sitting. One of the questions that were asked was, when the information went there, or what people were asked what they'd like to see in a camera. One of the options was they want to see a flippy out screen or a varied angle screen.
Perfect.
Again, it's going to suit vloggers. You put on an EFS lens onto that, put on a nice 10 to 18, you've got a nice little vlog camera, you've got the varied angle screen. So, there's pros and cons to this camera, like all cameras. Yeah. But what I would suggest to people is get past looking at the spec sheet, get the camera in your hand.
Get a feel for it.
Get a feel for it, get it in your hand.
Are you going to buy one?
If I could afford one, I would buy one. I would ask them. I'll ask the powers that be in Canon if I can get my hands on one. But at the moment, I have this one as a lens. I've been using it for the last week or so. I found it really, really good. The focusing on it is very, very good. Yeah,
I was playing with it. Yeah, I did boom, 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 boom. It's like the 7D Mark II. It's just the focus.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's very smooth. It's very seamless. So I've been we were over in the UK at the launch of it last week. We've had it for a couple of days, myself and a colleague up in the office. We've played around with it and we're getting to grips with it. There's bits we're still finding out about it, but so far so good.
It's brilliant.
Yeah,
thanks man. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that little chat. Me for one, I really do want one, but I don't think I can afford one. But I do think there is something in the pipeline coming out soon enough as well. Maybe. Who knows? I'm sure you're not at liberty to say it.
But my job's worth.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Gareth, thank you very much.
Excellent, lovely. Thank you very much.